Hello YouTube, how the hell are we doing? It is Foul Play here, Bogle Master, and we're back for some more Pauper action. Now, this league will actually take us up to 50 matches on the Lotus pedal. Following this league, I'm going to be just shifting this out, going back to some commune, maybe some draw effect auras, just playing a list without Lotus pedal in it for a while and seeing how it compares. Alright, so we have actually made some changes to the deck here today. The main board remains unchanged, but with the sideboard, I've gone from 3 Acolyte down to 2. The burn matchup seems pretty stacked as it is, so I don't necessarily think we need 3 copies of it, since it's almost an automatic win anyway. We are going to be introducing 2 ram-throughs back into the deck. Creature removal can be pretty important. I think it's could be reasonably important at the moment and possibly worth the sideboard slot as well. We've still got Flaring Pain in there for fog decks. We've got Standard Bearer for the Mirror and for Corgate. We've got Young Wolf in there for decks that make us sacrifice creatures. I've dropped Scattershot Archer down. It's in there for fairies, but I haven't been seeing as much fairies recently, so we've dropped that number down just a touch. Crewfix insight into matchups which are going to be interacting with our enchantments and where we want to replace them. That's all out the way. Let's get into the league. Okay, so here we are for the first match. We lost the Dial. We're on the draw. I think this hand is just keepable. On the play, potentially there's less argument to keep it, but on the draw we're going to see an extra card. The Abundant Growth additionally gives us an additional card. Bogle plus Ethereal Armor is pretty good. It looks like we're versing Burn, so we're mostly going to want to stall until we either get Vigilance or get Lifelink in the form of Armadillo Cloak. Drawing a Hexproof guy isn't hugely what we want to see. For opponent attacks in with the Epicure, I'm probably just going to trade them off. We've got multiple Hexproof guys. We can Bogle plus Armor next turn anyway, so this is fine. We want to basically slow our opponent down. Rebirth? Yeah, sure. It's a lot of creatures. An even stronger argument for slowing our opponent down now. Alright, so we'll trade off with this one, the Very Odd Line. It's fine by us. And Cloak. That's not Cloak, but that is a very, very handy aura. Alright, opponent not wasting any time. Chain Lightning at our face, down to 14. Currently 1 mana up, attacking in, going to blocks, blocking a Gobby token. Alright, so currently taking 4, going to 10. Another Lightning Bolt, alright, so that'll put us to 6. That's pretty scary. 1 card in our opponent's hand though, so maybe, just maybe, they're going to be running out of gas here. Think we played the Ash Barrens. So our opponent missed land drops. Last card in hand has to be a spell or a creature. So I don't think we can just decide to attack here and try to win. I think we Abundant Growth, try to draw to our life gain. Play out Silahana Ledgewalker as a secondary blocker. Okay, I can tap my land correctly. Don't worry, guys. All right, there we go. Get out on that board, and no attacks. All right, wasting no time. Chain Lightning to face. Do you have the Lightning Bolt? Well, so far so good. Think blocking like this. No, maybe we have to high roll this. Maybe we have to... We assume they have a burn spell, though. Can we win this game if Bogle dies? Probably not. I think that puts us just slightly too far behind. Maybe it's a Lava Dart or something. Lava Dart we're dead to. No other effects? Sorcery speed creature, maybe? No. Maybe they're literally holding lands in hand and they're just doing nothing with them. Okay, well, I'm not sure where we win, how we win here. We don't really have a good window to attack, right? Alright. 15 damage. Rancor will take us up to 19 damage as one enchantment away from killing our opponent, and they draw the Swift Spear, so that's going to be GG. So I guess we got punished by blocking wrong with the Ledge Walker there. I had them on a read of having a spell in hand, and they did not. So yeah, if we had still had a Ledge Walker out, we would have been on one more life, and we could have attacked for the win the turn after. So basically all we have to worry about in this matchup is in the festivities. It's essentially all the sideboard hate they had for us, so try to keep our creatures out of range of that one. Reminder too, guys, if you do enjoy the video, please consider subscribing for more action like this. Okay, so basically in this matchup, I take out Silhana Ledgewalker, I bring in Crimson Acolytes. I usually have 3 Acolytes and take out 1 Ancestral Mask. I might take out 1 Mask for the ram through. Creature removal could be okay, but not amazing. Alright, well, this hand can get for it. This hand is very slow. It does have Armadillo Cloak though. I think it's worth keeping off the Strength Armadillo Cloak. We're 1 land off of being really, really good. We're going to be slow to deploy our creature, but once this resolves, we'll be negating a burn spell every turn. Alright, so opponent with the Epicure, and we're going to go ahead and cycle this one. Get our forest. Hopefully we draw like a white aura. Help curve us out a little bit nicer. Or we just draw the Crimson Acolyte. That's a pretty good one. Alright, so we'll pass turn. A hand like this as well is probably too risky to keep on the draw. Just that 1 extra turn developing mana is very risky. We got very fortunate drawing the Acolyte too, because that helps us play around in the festivities really well. Chain Lightning Face, Prowess Trigger. Alright, so we'll take 3 in combat damage, putting us to 13, 4 in our opponent's hand. So we're still very healthy from this spot. Another mask. Alright, so what we do now, Topia Sprawl here. I think this is more valuable on green than white in this use case. We'll tap this for the mana there. We get our Acolyte out. So next turn, this taps for 3 mana. We can Mask plus Scout or Cloak plus Scout, and either's really good. I think Cloak is definitely edging it though. And opponent plays Experimental Synthesizer. Prowess Trigger. Finds Lava Dart. Okay, well, I'm glad that's not going to really cause too much issue here with 1 hexproof creature. And the festivities. Alright, well, they're just cycling that for prowess damage, I believe. And opponent attacks on in, well, we'll fog as much damage as possible. Lava Dart obviously coming in. That prowess trigger is wasted. I think that's a mistake on our opponent's end, because this creature doesn't get a buff from it. Or that's just extremely good, but we do get punished for putting it on green instead of white here, so that sort of sucks. Yeah, attacking here is mostly worth it. I don't think they have a second in the festivities. They might. Even then, if one of the spells is in the festivities, we're still pretty healthy. Alright, opponent plays Flame Breather. Attacking in. Alright, and I'm happy throwing away Scout here. This is just really, really strong, what we've got going on. And once we resolve a couple of these other auras, it's just game. Well and truly. So, Ethereal Armor. Ancestral Mask. Attack for all the damage in the world. Oh look, we put them to 1. Opponent concedes. No need to change anything. Run it back. Alright, well this hand doesn't have lifelink, it doesn't have green mana, throw it. This hand has no relevant enchantments, I think we mull too. Alright, well, it's a shame to be in this position. We have to put 3 cards back. It's probably Petal, Cartouche, and a toss-up between Land or Cartouche of Solidarity. I think it's Land. I think we assume they don't have in the festivities and just hope. Swiss Spear, sure. And opponent in 4 damage. So we find a Rancor. That's a decent start. I think we Abundant Growth here. Look for that second land drop so that we can play around in the festivities. Dig a card deeper. Synthesizer from opponent. Prowess. Finds Mountain. Plays Mountain. Chain Lightning. Alright, well, we're getting hit for a bit. Down to 13 on our opponent's turn 2. It's pretty good damage. And mana. Please, for the love of God. Deck, why do you hate me? We get no value by putting this on the land. If our opponent wants to spend a turn sweeping our creature, maybe we naturally draw land next turn and go creature plus aura and are in a better spot. Alright, Epicure, 1 damage, Blood Token. Rebirth, alright. Well, that's good. That's a lot slower than what it could have been. Opponent attacks, no blocks. 3 cards still in our opponent's hand, and they missed a land drop. Hey, we made a land drop. Let's go. So I think in this spot, Cartouche. Rancor to give us enough power to block the Swiss Spear. I guess. That's not a great block still. If they attack with 2 mana, I think we block. If they have 3 mana, I don't think we can. Goblin Bushwhacker. Alright, well that potentially makes things easier. Opponent kicks it. A whole bunch of damage and haste here. It's a lot of damage. 6 creatures, 12 damage currently. Block, block. Still taking 8. Dead to any burn spell. I think Bushwhacker's played as a one-off, so our opponent's got some pretty good value here. Alright, and of course they have the Lightning Bolt. Well, we mostly lost that due to ourselves mulliganing to 4. That's a little bit too low on resources for what we needed going on. And Armadillo Cloak just 2 cards away, so we'd have drawn land. Armadillo, Abundant Growth, drawn Armadillo Cloak, and only had 2 mana active, so close but no cigar. Well, that's it for this video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry we couldn't get the W. Overall, it is mostly favored in the matchup, though. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, have a great day. We'll see you then.